We knew that a big price tag would be out there for David Price. How did it end up him going to Boston?
Well, it was Dave Dombrowski who runs that team now, just saying we have to get an ace. We have to get a number one starter on our team, and he did not hesitate in doing it. The Red Sox have needed someone of this caliber since they traded John Lester away 2 years ago. They tried to exist last year without a number one starter. Ultimately, it didn't go very well, but now in the offseason, they've added a number one starter and a closer in Craig Kimbrell, and they have done it without giving up any of their frontline young players who are established. That is Mookie Betts, Xander Bogaerts, Blake Swihart. They are in really good shape for the moment, and this is so typical of Dave Dombrowski. He comes in, he makes moves right away. He acquires big-name players, usually big-name pitchers. This is his MO. He's done it again for the Red Sox.
Tim, I mentioned his record during the regular season of 18-5, ERA of 2.45, but the David Price we saw in the playoffs was not as consistent as the one we saw in the regular season. Were any teams, did they have any reservations regarding what they saw in the playoffs versus the David Price they saw during the regular season?
Well, it certainly has to be a concern that he has not been a postseason pitcher, but he's been a really, really good regular season pitcher pretty much as soon as he got to the big leagues. He's going to have to be better in October because when you're paying someone $217 million over 7 years, it can't just be through September. It's got to include October. All sorts of, the baseball is littered with pitchers, players who struggle in the postseason and eventually figure it out. That's going to happen with David Price. And given that he's still as young and as strong as he is, he's going to figure this out eventually, but he's going to have to if this thing is going to be worth it for the Red